Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery. Ooh.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash, quick delivery.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's through unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores nationwide.
Mama, you're coming to Lagos. Banga. Baby, Mama just called me now. She's coming to see you. She asked me to tell you to make banga soup for her. And she's close to the house. Oh.
How do you expect me to prepare banga in just few minutes?
I have a solution for you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
If you no sabi cook the banga, you no go enter my family.
Pali banga is used in making other exotic dishes such as banga jollof rice, banga efo riro, banga asaro or yam porridge, banga egusi, and many more. Pali banga is easy to open, no preservatives, no cholesterol, and no coloring. Approved by NAFDAC. Manufactured by Pali Agro Products Limited. Available in all leading stores and supermarkets nationwide.
Pali banga, natural palm fruit extracts for tasty African cuisine.
True unripe plantain flour is 100% natural flour gotten from the processing of unripe plantain. It contains no addictive and has a net content of 500 grams. True unripe plantain flour contains vitamin A, B6 and C. It is gluten-free and rich in calcium. Consuming true unripe plantain flour helps to build and strengthen stronger bones and can be a great meal for diabetic patients. It decreases your chances of constipation as it has a high fiber content and provides you with a low-fat diet. Here are some steps to prepare your true unripe plantain flour. Firstly, mix true unripe plantain flour with hot water in a pot and gradually add water till you achieve desired thickness. Place over medium heat and turn very well for 4 to 5 minutes to get the right texture. Mold into a ball and place in a bowl and allow to cool. Serve with your choice of soup. True unripe plantain flour can be eaten with any variety of soup, be it your ofe oha, ofe onugbu, gbegiri, ewedu, or your miyan kuka. To get your true unripe plantain flour, contact us at 12 Olowera Isheri Road by First Welder Bus Stop off Omole Phase 2, Olowera, Lagos, Nigeria, or call 070-6663-8213 or 081-6397-4447. Distributors are needed nationwide.
Thank you, Margaret. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Alkali Baba, has ordered the immediate evacuation of all impounded, accidented and unregistered exhibit vehicles from police stations nationwide. The order is predicated on the incessant, embarrassing and unprofessional manner in which these vehicles are stacked within police facilities, causing nuisance and disgusting sight at police stations. Spokesman of the police, CSP Muyiwa Adejobi, in a statement said the IGP frowns at the practice of stockpiling vehicles recovered from crime scenes or vehicles which their ownership is being contested or in doubt in police premises with stringent requirements and cumbersome processes for the rightful owners to reclaim them, stressing that such an act would no longer be tolerated as it is tantamount to gross abuse of administrative and judicial processes. The Inspector General of Police equally urged all concerned members of the public to approach various police stations and formations for the recovery and claims of their vehicles with valid proof of ownership and proper means of identification. The Deputy Inspector General, DIG of Police in charge of the Force Criminal Investigations Department, FCID, Mr. Joseph Ebunike, is dead. Until his death, Ebunike was in charge of the highest investigating arm of the Nigeria Police Force. A source confirmed that the police investigation boss died on Tuesday night after he was rushed to a hospital in Abuja due to a brief illness. DIG Ebunike was due to retire from the service in the next 2 months. And in late 2021, he investigated suspended DCP Abba Kyari, but he did not indict him. He graduated from the University of Nsukka with a BSc in accounting. He also had a Bachelor of Law, a Master's in International Relations, and a PhD in Criminology. Family of 22-year-old Oluwabamishi Anyonwole, who got missing in transit on the 26th of February while on a BRT bus in Lagos State, have called on President Muhammadu Buhari and the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to ensure that justice is done on unraveling what led to the death of their sister. iBrandTV senior reporter Iboje Korea has the rest of the story.
Elder sister of the deceased, Ayowola Titilayo, while narrating the pains family members are going through, said her sister was returning to Ota from Niger on Saturday when she boarded the BRT bus with number 240257 going to Oshodi at 7 p.m. by Chevron bus stop and never got home. She said they decided to visit the BRT station where the deceased was suspected to have boarded the bus. Efforts by the family to get to the root of the matter was truncated by the police and management of the BRT board until the body was discovered. She called for the protection of members of the family and demanded for justice.
He said that they attack him with gun or whatever. He has to obey. Fine. You were being attacked. But after they left, you drove the bus to the BRT office. Those are the questions for the comfortable. You don't even have the pace of that girl when they were cutting her private part. Life. You drove down, you went home with your family, happy that you have succeeded. But you never knew that the girl has taken all the details of you. Because it is the details of him that the lady took by capturing the number of that bus and the video and the voice. Bamishe, I will try to be strong.
Led counsel to the family on the matter, Ayo Ademilui, while calling on the Nigerian police to leave no stone unturned on the matter, said the family is not in a hurry for a burial until justice is done.
With the enveloping security situation that these issues are generated, we are calling for calm. At the same time, we are also insistent on justice. We have reviewed that what is important is not anger, but to galvanize that anger into action.
Spokesperson for the Lagos State Police Command, CSP Adekule Ajashibutu, in a statement issued on Monday, said Oluwabamishe's corpse was found on Katab Bridge by Ogogoro community in the Lagos Island. Iboje Korea, reporting for iBrandTV News.
The Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) has slammed Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi for refusing to obey a court order which has asked him to vacate office as governor of the state. NBA President Olumide Akpata, in a statement on Wednesday, described Umahi's response as impunity of the highest order and executive rascality taken too far. Akpata said the NBA has absolutely no interest in the outcome of the case in question and will continue to stay away from partisan politics. He added that the NBA condemns without equivocation Umahi's unfortunate diatribe, which, if it had emanated from an average litigant, would still have been regarded as shocking, but coming from one who occupies the exalted office of a state governor is nothing short of a national embarrassment. Akpata said Umahi is expected to have called for calm from his supporters and assured them that all legal and constitutional avenues would be explored to challenge the judgment, but instead gave such a response. Ebonyi Governor David Umahi and his deputy Kelechi Igwe have appealed the High Court ruling which ordered for their sack from office. The duo filed at the Abuja Judicial Division of the Appellate Court disagreed with the entire judgment of the lower court, which ordered their sack for defecting to the All Progressives Congress (APC) from the People's Democratic Party (PDP). They listed eight grounds of appeal against the lower court's judgment. Umahi and Igwe in ground one argued that the lower court erred in law and misdirected itself. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) on Tuesday said it was yet to serve the certified true copy of the Federal High Court that sacked Governor Dave Umahi of Ebonyi State and his deputy, Chief Kelechi Igwe. Festus Okoye, the INEC National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, disclosed this in an interview with News Agency of Nigeria in Abuja. Okoye said that the Commission would meet and take a decision when it received a certified true copy of the court judgment. The Nigerian government on Wednesday called on the Turkish authorities to look at the prospect of funding major oil and gas projects in the West African country against the backdrop of the planned exit of major international oil companies, IOCs. Speaking during a bilateral meeting with the Turkish Deputy Minister of Energy and Natural Resources, Alparslan Bayraktar, on the sidelines of the ongoing Sierra Week in Houston, Texas, the Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Timothy Silva, said Nigeria was open to the country's investment in Nigeria. A number of foreign oil companies operating in the country, especially Shell, Nigeria's biggest partner in the industry, as well as ExxonMobil, are planning to sell off many of their assets in Nigeria. Silva stated that with the planned divestments, especially from the onshore segment of the oil and gas sector, it will be worth the investment for the country. President of the Senate, Ahmad Lawan, yesterday rejected the Federal High Court Abuja ruling that barred President Muhammadu Buhari, Attorney General of the Federation, and himself from tampering with the newly amended Electoral Act 2022. He said the order could not stop the National Assembly from amending the Electoral Act. In a ruling delivered by Inyang Ekwo on an expert application by the People's Democratic Party, President Muhammadu Buhari, Attorney General of the Federation, and President of the Senate were barred from tampering with the amended Electoral Act 2022. The court maintained that the Electoral Act, having become a valid law, could not be altered without following the due process of law. The Presidential Amnesty Program has said it will roll out a special project aimed at preventing a new generation of agitators in the Niger Delta region. The PAP boss made the revelation while delivering a keynote lecture at the Nigeria Defense College in Abuja on Monday. The PAP interim administrator, Colonel Miland DQ, retired, explained that the project tagged Niger Delta Stabilization Program would involve a massive reorientation targeting youths between the ages of 12 and 18 in all the states in the region. DQ said this would ensure that a new generation of agitators did not spring up in the crude oil and gas-rich region in particular and the nation in general. The Senate has called on the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) to allow duly registered and eligible prison electorate to exercise their franchise during the general election in the country. It also advised the electoral umpire to determine the status of the inmates and that were constitutionally and legally qualified to be registered as eligible voters and should vote at elections. The Red Chamber further urged the Commission and relevant agencies to carry out voters' enlightenment in all prisons in Nigeria to educate the inmates of their rights and the necessity to exercise their franchise in the general election. According to the Senate, INEC and all relevant agencies should update the register of voters to take into account the prison population for the purpose of elections. And now we'll go on a commercial break. When we return, we have more stories for you. Stay with us.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash, quick delivery.
Oh boy, winning you was so easy.
I just couldn't stand those your powerful shots. That's what happened.
Really? Let's go to my place for dinner.
This fufu is so nice.
It's true unripe plantain flour.
True unripe plantain flour is delicious.
Yes, true unripe plantain flour is what I serve my husband for swallows. It's easy to prepare, fortified with vitamin A, low in sugar and cholesterol, rich in fiber that helps the heart, builds and strengthens the bone, and his energy level is boosted.
Through unripe plantain flour, no additives, 100% natural, a product of Pali Agro Products Nigeria. Through unripe plantain flour, available in all leading stores nationwide.
Mama, you're coming to Lagos. Banga. Baby, Mama just called me now. She's coming to see you. She asked me to tell you to make banga soup for her. And she's close to the house. Oh.
How do you expect me to prepare banga in just few minutes?
I have a solution for you.
Really?
If you no sabi cook the banga, no go enter my family.
Pali banga is used in making other exotic dishes such as banga jollof rice, banga eforiro, banga asaro or yam porridge, banga egusi, and many more. Pali banga is easy to open, no preservatives, no cholesterol, and no coloring. Approved by NAFDAC. Manufactured by Pali Agro Products Limited. Available in all leading stores and supermarkets nationwide.
Pali banga, natural palm fruit extract for tasty African cuisine.
True unripe plantain flour is 100% natural flour gotten from the processing of unripe plantain. It contains no addictive and has a net content of 500 grams. True unripe plantain flour contains vitamin A, B6 and C. It is gluten-free and rich in calcium. Consuming true unripe plantain flour helps to build and strengthen stronger bones and can be a great meal for diabetic patients. It decreases your chances of constipation as it has a high fiber content and provides you with a low-fat diet. Here are some steps to prepare your true unripe plantain flour. Firstly, mix true unripe plantain flour with hot water in a pot and gradually add water till you achieve desired thickness. Place over medium heat and turn very well for 4 to 5 minutes to get the right texture. Mold into a ball and place in a bowl and allow to cool. Serve with your choice of soup. True unripe plantain flour can be eaten with any variety of soup, be it your ofe oha, ofe onugbu, begiri, ewedu, or your miyan kuka. To get your true unripe plantain flour, contact us at 12 Olowera Isheri Road by First Welder Bus Stop off Omole Phase 2, Olowera, Lagos, Nigeria, or call 070-6663-8213 or 081-6397-4447. Distributors are needed nationwide.
Powerful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. I've found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. My name is Neo. I found Blemiviv, and now my skin finally makes sense.
Welcome back. From the African scene now. Sudanese protesters marching against military rule on International Women's Day were met with tear gas as they approached the presidential palace on Tuesday. A Reuters reporter said women's rights groups had called the protest along with neighborhood resistance committees that have been organizing street demonstrations since the military took power in October. The coup put an end to a power-sharing arrangement between civilians and the military that was struck after former President Omar al-Bashir, who ruled for 30 years, was toppled in a 2019 uprising in which women played a prominent role. And on foreign scene, Russia warned the West on Wednesday that it was working on a broad response to sanctions that would be swift and felt in the West's most sensitive areas. Russia's economy is facing the gravest crisis since the 1991 fall of the Soviet Union after the West imposed crippling sanctions on almost all the entire Russian financial and corporate system following Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. The director of the Foreign Ministry's Department for Economic Cooperation was quoted as saying by the RIA news agency. The United States rejected a surprise offer by NATO ally Poland on Tuesday to transfer its Russian-made MiG-29 fighter jets to a U.S. base in Germany as a way to replenish Ukraine's air force in its defense against invading Russian forces. The United States has sought to speed weapons deliveries to Ukraine, but the prospect of flying combat aircraft from NATO territory into the war zone raises serious concerns for the entire NATO alliance, the Pentagon said. NATO has said it does not want direct conflict with Russia, a fellow nuclear-armed power, and President Joe Biden has ruled out sending U.S. troops into Ukraine to fight, something the Pentagon has said would apply to troops on the ground or in the air flying missions. And coming up now is the sports business news.
Welcome to Sports Business. The NFL has set its salary cap for all 32 teams at $208.2 million for the 2022 season, marking the first time in league history that the cap has exceeded $200 million. Based on league revenues, the cap took a hit for only the second time in history in 2021 due to lost revenue from COVID-19, dropping to $182.5 million from $198.2 million in 2020. Adding in benefits, teams will have a total player cost of $284.3 million. Teams are also required to be at or under the cap by March 16, the official start of the 2022 league year. The NFL also set its salaries for players who receive franchise tags, which allows teams to bring back one player who is set to be an unrestricted free agent for another year if certain conditions are met. In March 2021, the NFL agreed to a $113 billion deal in new media rights deals with CBS, NBC, Disney, Fox, and Amazon over 11 seasons, beginning in 2023. The NFL is also fielding offers for the NFL Sunday Ticket package for out-of-market games and live streaming games on mobile devices. And still talking sports business, Everton's shirt sponsorship deal with Cazoo will end after the current season, the online car retailer has confirmed. The English top-flight football club penned an initial 2-year deal reportedly worth £10 million per season with Cazoo ahead of the 2020-2021 season. The pair had been in discussions over an extension but were unable to agree terms. Last week, Everton confirmed they had suspended their commercial ties with Russian companies USM, Megaphone and Yota. Those curtailed partnerships combined with the Caso deal mean the club could face an annual shortfall of £30 million. The end of the Caso agreement is not connected to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, although Everton have purportedly taken positive steps towards finding a new front-of-shirt sponsor from 2022 to 2023 season. And that's it on Sports Business. I'm Samson Oleide.
Thank you, Samson. And now we join Michelle for Entertainment Business.
Hello and welcome to Entertainment Business. I am Michelle Abanum. Nigerian music star Davido has splashed a whopping 90 million naira on a Mercedes Maybach SUV. The singer took to his Instagram stories on Tuesday, March 8, 2022, where he shared a video of his new car. According to several car websites, a 2021 Mercedes Maybach goes for about $160,000 to $161,000. Davido's new SUV is coming barely 48 hours after he performed at his sold-out concert at the O2 Arena. The new set of wheels will join an already expensive and extensive garage of expensive cars, which includes several models of Rolls-Royce, Lamborghini Urus, Lamborghini Aventador, which cost him over 300 million naira. Davido also owns several Range Rovers models and other exotic cars. The music star has earned his wealth from his successful music career that has spanned over 10 years. The billionaire also has major investments in several businesses, including a stake in motorsports, aviation, and the movie industry. Davido's net worth 2022 is estimated at $40 million, making him one of the richest musicians in Nigeria and Africa as a whole. Moving on, Amazon on Tuesday unveiled AMP, a new app that makes DJs of users' own radio shows as a growing number of companies jump into the live audio space. AMP allows users to launch their own live show where callers can join and request to speak. Hosts can play music in real time with their audience as well as replan and schedule their shows. DJs can choose from a library of millions of songs licensed by Amazon. The company said in a blog post that AMP gives users the chance to reimagine radio. Amazon has signed up popular artists including Nicki Minaj, Pusha T and Tinashe, as well as social media influencers and radio hosts to create content for the app. The app is currently available for iPhone in beta, which requires an invitation to join, but people can sign up to join for a waiting list for access. And that's it on Entertainment Business. I am Michelle Abanum.
It's a wrap on Business Now. Thanks for watching. I am Perpetua Fasomipita. To enjoy the rest of the day. Bye for now.